Or is it recorded?
I think so. I hope. Okay. So you mentioned Jesus, you mentioned the money, you mentioned so what is it exactly? What you would like
Because
to
I watched a YouTube video. I heard Omnec say that she was Peter. It's one of the very interesting things that I've noticed. Then she used to have Jesus, and she said now Jesus is free. So she was a follower. I just want to ask if, because he's free, he's a master sent from above. So because on earth people love praying. For me, I love praying a lot. My family is like so spiritual thing, especially my mom. So when we pray, will he still know the prayers, or like some miracle happens in some people who got sickness, they pray and they got healed? So Jesus is still exist, or he's out of the world, he's in another planet?
You mean, I mean his soul, you know, Jesus is of course a soul, like Omnec is a soul, you are a soul. This is our main existence. We are soul, right? So
Yeah.
all souls continue existing in the other dimensions. As Omnec says, Omnec said that Jesus has advanced so that he is, you know, I have to be honest, where and if his soul at this moment really exists, I cannot really tell you for sure. I mean, Jesus was a person. He was a person, right? He came to earth around 2000 years ago because he was sent as a messenger. And he brought teachings to the earth. He brought also his life so that people could see how it is, how powerful we really are. He said, I'm sure you know that it's in the Bible, that we all have the same abilities. He was just the first one who like a symbol, he showed everything. He showed how powerful God is. He showed how loving God is, how miraculous divine qualities are. So he was so courageous as a soul because he, you know, in his lifespan, the short lifespan of maybe, I don't know how old he was eventually. There are many versions, right, that he survived the crucifixion and that eventually he was somewhere else and that he was married, that he had children. There's so many information, and since I did not witness it, I mean, I as a soul, I don't remember being there, you know, I don't really know what happened to him physically or with his soul. But you know, the thing is that it's not about the person, it's not about Jesus, it's not about Omnec, it's not about me or you, it's about God eventually, and about finding our true self as a soul. And Jesus was one of the teachers. He was a pure teacher who brought the information who we really are, and that we are part, or that we are God, and that we are part of existence and universal love and knowledge, so that we all have the same qualities inside of ourselves. And Omnec says that he was with him, yes, that she was Peter at that time, and that she was one of his companions, one of his disciples, right? And so
she was like walking on the water.
Yes,
what
exactly.
People tell the story.
Yeah, and exactly. I guess this is one of the reasons why she still has this connection with him, you know, because she used to be together with him, and there are also I have also heard that he was brought from Venus, or that he has had even a Venusian father. So there is, you know, it makes sense in the end that there is a big connection between Omnec, Jesus, Venus, and other higher souls and masters who are having a connection to Earth and to the people on Earth. So all these teachers are coming to bring knowledge, love, and wisdom to us. So we have to also learn to really receive the essence of the teaching and let go of the persons, of the personalities who brought these teachings. Jesus and Omnec are just two of them. Jesus is worldwide known. There are religions based on Jesus. Omnec is, of course, you know, you cannot compare herself to him because she does not have this impact on the world. But you know what? It's not going to happen anymore, I guess. I would say that people like Jesus, that souls like Jesus are coming to Earth as bringers or as creators of new religions. This is past. We have to let go of religions because we have to learn to really integrate the essence of the teachings and to live these teachings. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
It's really about integrating the information and to learn to connect our own selves with divinity, with God. And Jesus and Omnec are just two teachers, so to say, who showed us that this is possible, and who showed us that God is love, and that we are all souls who are making experiences as souls. You know, we can really assume that many information who were originally brought from Jesus and taught by Jesus have been probably erased and deleted or changed in the Bible, because after Jesus' life, there were religions set up, and religions are not only transferring and transmitting the pure essence of love, energy, and of teachings that Jesus really brought. Religions were eventually set up also to control people. And to control people, they have to withdraw information. You know what I mean? If you want to control a person, you cannot give the person the whole information, because then the person is as powerful as you are. And you don't want that. So if you have negative intentions, you are not sharing the full truth. Religions are not teaching people to realize their selves as God and to realize their own soul power. Religions are not teaching that.
Oh, I see. No wonder it's like people like follow the one religion for whole life, and then in the end they come back to the earth like the reincarnation again and again.
Because they are not free. They don't find their freedom. You know, religions are set up also to attach people and to make use. I mean, I'm now mentioning really the negative part, but we have to see that whole picture. We have so many religions on earth, and what is really happening, right? I mean, how are people really still behaving towards each other? People are so much in control, and money system, as you already said. We have so much technology and controlling and manipulation because the people on earth that have not found their own power and their own freedom yet. They are, and that's why spirituality and spiritual teachers nowadays are so valuable, because they really bring the information how to connect with ourselves again.
So I also read about karma is ended. Omnec say karma is ended.
Yes.
In 1999, right?
Yeah.
So what about the serial killer, and some people bring very black magic, and where are they from? And I understand, like, because they bring so many fear and hurt the physical body. So what's next for them?
Well, actually, you have to realize that every soul is responsible for their own actions and experiences. So these are two things, you know. Karma has ended is one information, and that there are still negative experiences on Earth, and serial killers and people hurting other people is a different thing. They are still creating karma for themselves, if you want to say. It's just the thing is that we have a new energy. A new energy flew in a couple of years ago, as Omnec said, 1999. It doesn't really matter if it is 1 year more or less, right? But we have received a new frequency. And this frequency gives our souls, ourselves, the freedom to step out of the karmic wheel. We have a higher frequency available now, which has not been available before. That because the spiritual hierarchy has been observing the people on Earth and the planet, and they realized that with the old structures and the old frequencies that we had here, people are still in this wheel of reincarnation. They are not finding their freedom. So they had to bring new frequencies and new information so that people can step out of the karmic wheel. So we have no karma anymore, as long as we don't create new karma, and as long as we know and decide to be free as souls. It's a personal, it's a decision. We also have to know that this is possible, to set ourselves free. It's not only that we receive freedom from other dimensions or entities or other people. We also have to set ourselves free from the inside, not only from the outside, you know? So when Omnec brought this information, karma has ended. It was like, you know, like a relief, you know? It was like people have now the chance to decide for themselves if they want to reincarnate or not. And beforehand, it was not so easy, because we have not evolved as souls on Earth as we could and as we should, because we have still too much negativity and too much control on the planet. So we need new frequencies and new energies to really uplift ourselves. And with upliftment and integration of divinity and real information and true information, we step out of the karmic wheel. We have the chance to step out. And those people who are still completely in the 3D dimension, like negativity, like serial killers, like child abuse, they have their own karma and they continue with their soul's evolution. It does not have to do nothing with you or with me. We still have all these different levels of experiences and of soul evolution on Earth. We still have negative and positive and free souls, you know, but the free souls, the souls who have stepped out of the karmic wheel, they are now, just since a couple of decades, becoming more and more, because spiritual information and raising of frequency has become much more and much more intense in the last years and decades, you know. Beforehand, it was the energy in the last 2000 years was really low on Earth. And that's why we have so much destruction and so many wars and so much controlling and so much negativity and everything. So the spiritual hierarchy decided that we have to raise our consciousness. We have to grow as souls. We have to set ourselves free. So they brought new information, and they brought new teachers, and they brought, for example, the information that there is no karma anymore. You know, Omnec always put everything into very simple terms.
So that's the good news for every souls who live on earth. I say it's a good news for every souls.
For those souls who can receive this information. It does not mean that, you know, if you go out now and shoot somebody, it's still your karma. You can create new one, but you don't have to deal with old shit. You can set yourself free. You can ask your spirit guides, please help me to realize myself, set me free from all negativity, that I may help me to forgive myself. You have new information to set yourself into a position of freedom and of soul growth. But if you don't get this, because you're still in the negative mode, into the karmic wheel mode, and you have no idea of spirituality and of love and of wisdom, of course you create new karma for yourself. It's not that there is no karma in this universe anymore. It's just that you now have the choice.
Oh, yeah. Okay. She mentioned about the master who sent from another planets, like Jesus and Muhammad Ali. Can you name who else?
Omnec did not mention Muhammad Ali.
Also, Muhammad Ali is not one of the master who sent.
Omnec said that she does not know nothing about this soul. She does not know him. She only has mentioned, she personally only mentioned Jesus, and of course some Venusian masters like Rami Nuri. She mentioned Paul Twitchell, which is the founder of Eckankar on Earth. This is one of her masters. He has been one of her masters. Saint Germain is one of the masters, but there are many, many more. There are so many masters. There's Hilarion, there are archangels who have not had incarnations on earth, you know. So we had many masters, and you don't know all the names. We also have sometimes masters are just not in public, or there are no books around about them or from them, you know. We have many masters, and but not, it's Omnec personally mentioned these masters. She mentioned Jesus, Saint Germain as one of her masters, Paul Twitchell, and her uncle Odin is also a master who is not on earth, right? So she has had a very close contact with her uncle, who brought her to earth. And yeah, so there's you know, you can be a master, I can be a master. It's really up to us. We have the power to decide to reconnect ourselves as souls with God. And when we go this way, and when we decide going this way, we will also be masters. You know, potentially every soul is a master. The image is frozen. Do you see?
Nobody's higher than anybody?
No. It's just a matter of consciousness and perspective. Oh, I'm sorry. We just were talking at the same time. Please say it again.
Oh, yeah, sorry. The internet is unstable, I think. I mean, it's like no soul is higher than any soul. It's just like our consciousness level is different.
That's correct.
So when we recognize the good energy and bad energy.
Pardon? Say it again.
It's like when we have ability to realize bad energy and good energy around us. So that is our consciousness is good to recognize it.
you know, actually there is not even good or bad energy. There's just energy. There's just life. In reality, there's just one source, God. Or you can give it the name that you want. It's God, it's the supreme deity, it's the creator, it's the Hu, it's the Sukmat. There are many names for it. But we have to understand that when I'm talking or Omnec is talking about God, we are not talking about the God that's in the Old Testament in the Bible.
Yeah.
We are not talking about that God that churches on this planet are using to control people. We are not talking about a God of wrath or a God of fear or so. This is a different entity. This is not the creator, not the real creator. The real creator is way above these kind of gods or Allah or whatever. This is not, these are entities who are connected with the religions or Muhammad or whoever. I don't know if they are masters, but they're not God. God is the supreme deity, the energy, the source of creation that we all came from, that we are all connected with, and which lives in our hearts. So from that perspective, we are all God, or we are all a part of God. It depends on where your consciousness is. When you realize that we are all coming from the same source, that we are this one source, that we are all like little stars in the sky from this one, you know, that's our divinity. And so there's just one source and just one energy. We have different energies just here on this earth plane for our experiences, and it depends on how you view everything. You know, what is negative? Negative is low consciousness, if you so want, and positive is high consciousness. Negative is fear and anger and wrath and all these negative characteristics. Positive is love, freedom, light. Yeah, so you can, everything is having a different perspective. You cannot say there's one negative person. There's maybe a person with a fearful attitude, or there is a person trying to control and manipulate others, and you see it as negative. But in reality, there is no positive and no negative.
Oh, okay. It depends on our view.
Yeah.
Our point of view,
Yeah.
So talking about the source energy, I love meditation. I try many times for meditate myself. So I want to connect with like positive vibes, but it seems like not easy sometimes. I just fall asleep. Is there any way for me to really concentrate about it?
Well, I would really suggest to find, first of all, you have to find a comfortable place. I mean, it can be, if you don't have a separate room for that, it can be a place, it can even be your bed, but don't lay down. If you really want to practice meditation, you should try to find a comfortable seat, either on the chair, like now. I mean, we can now do a meditation if you want. We can just imagine, you know, that you're now sitting in a meditation position. And that means that you're sitting on a chair, or that you're sitting on the floor with your legs crossed, or with your legs, you know, you can also put them behind when you're sitting on your butt. The important thing is that you try to imagine that your spine is like straight. So this, you know, the chakra system, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read about it. Yeah.
You know that, you know, just imagine that we have these energy centers. And you cannot see them with the physical eyes, but in our aura, we have an aura around us, and we have these energy centers. Like on top of the head, this is opening to the upwards. And we have, and the other, the seventh, or the other, these are just the main chakras. But these energy systems, they are opening. Heart chakra is here, and solar plexus chakra, and then you have the other chakras. And the root chakra is where you sit on. This is really on, you know, where you sit on, and it opens to the earth. So it helps you to remain conscious and awake when you are really sitting in an upright position. And you can put your hands either in your lap like that, like in the Buddha pose, you know, the Buddha pictures, the Buddha images. He also mostly has the hands like that. He also has sometimes, you know, the hands like that, but for meditation, we put the hand like that. Or we put the hands on the knees, this way. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. You have to feel good, but you have to find a comfortable position, upright. And I can send you, I can send you meditation instruction, or maybe I'm talking a meditation. That's a good inspiration for you to listen to. You can put it on your smartphone, and then you can learn an easy meditation. The first step is to shut the world outside off, right?
Yeah.
Don't be disturbed. You have to know that for 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes that nobody enters the room and that your phone is turned off. No? Then you find a comfortable way of sitting. And then when you are ready, you close your eyes. I mean, you can also open your eyes, but it makes it easier to turn the attention inwards when you're closing your eyes. And then the easiest way is to concentrate your focus on your breath, that you start focusing the breathing. And I mean, this is the outer things, you know, the meditation begins when you have set up everything properly so that you can really relax and really find a comfortable situation for yourself to enter to put the attention inwards. I mean, meditation is becoming silent in the end. And that means that you realize, I am soul and not the thoughts. So the thoughts will continue to occupy you, and they try to distract you. But you know what? The thoughts in your mind are not really something else than outer distraction. It's all distraction. It's all the physical world, and it's not the real world. So if you want to really find meditation practice and calmness within yourself, you have to practice to put your attention inwards and to let the thoughts just float away like clouds in the sky. And then you return inwards again. I mean, this is just an explanation. To really learn and to practice meditation, you have to do it.
Yeah, I try many times with sounds. I read a book of the very famous writer named Brian Weiss. I don't know if you heard of him. Yeah, I use the music, but it's just not really works for me.
Yeah. Now, you know what? There's a difference between meditation and visualization and imagination and journeys and everything. If you really want to have a clear meditation practice, it's really as simple. It's really very simple. It's the simple thing. The simple thing is observing your breath, turning your attention inwards, and then, I mean, you know, do you know the I am teachings? Are you aware of the power of the word I am? I am?
No.
It's in the Bible. Maybe you have read it there that...
Oh yeah, I read about it. But I
God,
don't really focus.
God said, I am that I am, or something like that, I guess. No, I'm not sure how it's in English in the Bible. But the I am gives you really the connection to God. So when you start saying words inwardly or outwardly, I am love, I am light, I am God, I am freedom, you are inviting the consciousness, the God consciousness, to become one with yourself. So you know what I mean? You're not traveling nowhere. I mean, visualization journeys and everything is wonderful. Soul journeys, everything. It's interesting. It's all beautiful. And it can help you make beautiful experiences. But real meditation is really very simple. Turning attention inwards, connecting with your higher self by using the words I am.
Oh, I understand. Maybe I will try to practice in a new way.
Yeah.
Because I never really speak I am when I meditate.
I know. It's not so common yet, or it's not so known, but and I admit that Omnec did not teach this either. The I am teachings are, I can send you information later words. It's Saint Germain brought these teachings, the Ascended Master Saint Germain. There are many books with the I am teachings from Saint Germain about the I am teachings. And it's something that you can really try to find information about, you know, that the I am, the I is not the ego I, it's the soul meant with the I. So I am invites God consciousness, you know?
Oh yeah. I understand more about that. So I have one more question. You know, now it's the pandemic, the COVID-19 is happening.
Yes.
Do you have any opinion about that? One is what's happened to humankind, and you have an idea when this is over?
When this is over?
Yeah. And the reason is because we create this, or from anything else? Like human create this?
If human created the virus?
Yeah.
I heard so. I mean, I don't really know, but probably, yes, probably. I mean, I heard that it was artificially created. And you heard that as well, right? That
Yes.
it was created in China, and
yeah.
That it then was either accidentally or on purpose set.
But now they blame it to the nature. They blame to the God and things. So
You mean the animals or hygiene things, you know?
Yeah.
You know, do you
they
mean that?
blame to that?
Yeah. Well, you know, we for me, it's always the thing. I mean, you can collect information. There's so much information about this, about its origin, about the reason, about and then comes the vaccination thing. You know, we have been occupied with this whole scenario and all these rules and masks and people, and it's so much stuff. And I mean, there's a lot to say about that, but one thing is, it would not happen if it's not part of the divine plan. This is one. So it's not only negative, it's not only positive, it is part of our process of raising the frequency. This is how I see it, because I see everything from this perspective, that we are as a whole, as a planet, as a society, as the whole earth, have to grow with our consciousness. So I believe everything that happens, including this pandemic situation, is part of this transformation process. It really affects everybody. This is something that we have not had before in the last, I don't know.
And I cannot imagine it's happened in my lives like that. But I think it's a chance for like me to connect with you, with Omnec, read more about spiritual, not like just work and money. You know, like we spend time with ourselves more at home, even though we don't have work.
Yeah,
I think it's in a process. It's something must happen. Yeah.
I see the same. I see it exactly like you, because it gives, I mean, those of us who have a spiritual view on that and who don't go into the fear, you know, we are all going through this challenge. I mean, I never had fear. Fear is not part of my, but I cannot, of course I had fear of losing my freedom. I had fear, you know, I didn't have fear of the virus or of something like that. But of course I felt like, well, in the beginning or in the first year, I would say, now it's getting better. But in the first year, I was also sometimes feeling a little insecure, you know, like, what is happening here? Will I ever be allowed to go into a plane again and to travel somewhere without all this crap, all these masks and all this, you know, crazy stuff? Because I don't feel connected with this rules and everything. But how I see it, meanwhile, one thing is, like you said, I had much time for myself. I still have much time for myself, because you know, I could not, my work is changing, many things are changing. I'm doing more online, I'm trying to develop more things online. So things are changing faster than they would probably normally have changed faster. And so it's like an acceleration. It's an acceleration for us giving a chance to grow spiritually, those of us who feel like, you know, wanting to raise our consciousness. And others maybe die faster, you know, maybe they would die in 5 years anyway, but now they're dying earlier, you know, for whatever.
I think I should be like thankful for the pandemic somehow, because I have time to read the book. You know, I ordered your book, I think 6 months ago, but I didn't have a chance to read it since Singapore got locked down second time, and then I quickly connect to you. I don't know, and I just thank for the book and thank for the pandemic in somehow.
See, it's boosting our development, right? It boosts our spiritual development. And now with this, through this book and now this information that I'm sharing with you, if you really apply this, you know, the meditation, and you can ask me anything afterwards, I can send you information or a meditation that you can listen to. It still continues boosting and accelerating your own awakening process. So we can say, thank you, dear pandemic. You give me the chance to really focus on what's important in my life and not going so much into distraction. We could not travel so much. We could not go into theaters, into cinemas, you know, and so there's something good about it. Now we have to occupy ourselves with ourselves. I mean, there are certainly many people who cannot deal with that. They just want to get the vax as soon as possible, and they want to get back
they just want to fly out.
I'm not that. I'm not. I think, you know, I try to.
Me too. I'm not rushing to get it.
No, I'm not rushing either. Neither with I mean, I'm not getting the vax anyway, you know, unless they force me or torture me or something. But I think, like, you know, I'm not in this awareness of, well, I want to have my old life back. I'm not like that. I'm like, okay, this is part of the whole picture. And so I'm, you know, excited about what's coming new, what's developing. It's interesting, it's fascinating. I have new chances, I have new people, I meet you online. You know, there's so many good things about it. And what's really happening behind the scenes, I don't really know. I guess that it really boosts the frequency because more people are awakening, more people
Yeah.
are realizing what's really happening on this planet, you know, and
Yeah.
they are really more interested in finding their own power back, in finding their own self-empowerment, you know, self-empowerment, like self-responsibility, and
Yeah.
really finding out what's really important, what they really love doing instead of doing out of obligation or for making money. So it all helps us to find ourselves more clearly, and it's probably really the frequency is because
It's
it's
really is a reason. It
people.
is a very good chance.
It's a good
I think
chance.
it's a golden chance. Yeah.
Absolutely. I see it exactly like you. It's a golden chance for us to
But
develop and to raise
yeah.
the frequency of the planet.
But sadly that people like my friends, all of them, nobody like same like me, they don't like reading. They they really love money, they want to be rich and famous. Um, so I don't really focus on them, but I want to focus on my family who's really close to me, like my loved one, my mom, my sister, my dad. So I have one question for you. How can I send a message to my loved one? Because I know somehow my consciousness is higher than them. Um, I want to convince them. I want to talk to them, but mostly people they don't speak English. Like so, um, they have so many gods, like god of animals, god of water, many other gods. So how can I send a message to them and wake up their souls, like so lead them to have the consciousness about spiritual, like me or like you.
Who exactly are you talking about? Your family or who?
Yeah, yeah. Like how can I spread and help to send an Omnec message to my mom and my loved one? Is this very hard to do unless they have themselves?
Well, it's a good question, you know. I mean,
Because
are
my
you
family
living
they
together with
don't speak English. They don't speak English. Only my sister who studied in Italy, she's living in Europe. But my parents, with their
what is
generation,
your language? Is it Chinese? No, why?
no, we speak Vietnamese. We have our own language.
But you speak, I mean, you don't have to speak in English with them. I mean, you can speak
Yeah, yeah.
your own
But
language.
I want to introduce to them about the message of Onec. Um, so what is the way so
Yeah,
I
I mean,
can
it depends on what you want to do. You could, for example, I mean, I can only give you ideas. You could, for example, translate some of the texts from English into Vietnamese. And you can share it not only with your family, but also with others who don't understand English. It depends on how far do you want to go? How far do you want to go? How much time do you want to invest to maybe really share this information in your language, not only with your family? You know, you cannot force nobody uh, to understand something that they are not ready for.
oh yeah.
With those people, you can only be yourself, and you have to integrate the love, or not integrate, to realize that you are soul, that you are love. For example, with this meditation, I am love. You know, you have to try that out for
Yeah.
5 or 10 minutes, going inwards and telling yourself nothing else but I am love, I am light. And then this frequency starts after a while, not instantly. You cannot expect instant solutions or instant effects. But when you really repeat that for a while, you start receiving the connection, and you start feeling the connection, and then you start living the connection, and people around you feel your love. Because when you say to yourself, I am love, love becomes your nature. And then you have the most important, or the most effect that you can have without even talking, you know.
Yeah.
But when you want to share the information also with words, I would suggest that you first of all find people in your area or connect on the internet with, you know, where you can, like I am doing on the internet, you can also find like-minded people. They don't have to be your friends or your family. You can find like-minded people who have same interest like you, and you can share and meet with them. And with your family or with others who don't speak English, you can translate texts and share texts and tell them, for example, look, I found something that really fascinates me. I would like to share this with you. Would you listen to me? So, you know, the intention is not giving them something for them. So it's not an ego thing that you want to help them, that you want to change them, that you want to do something, but you ask them to listen to you because you think, wow, there's something I feel is exciting and I feel this is true and I love it and I want to share it with you. Would you listen to me? You know, it's like having a picture album, you know, you just created pictures of flowers and trees and you are excited and you love it and you ask people, do you want to see it? But you don't force them.
Yeah, we cannot force them.
So it's better, of course. I mean, my parents, for example, they are now spiritual people. They never was. They never were. And when I started working with Omnec, I was so excited and I was so, wow, you know, oh, that's great and everything. And they never, ever even read the book. I mean, this is my book, you know, I did.
Yeah.
This is my life. And I have been working with Omnec and this information for almost 30 years. With my parents, I could not share it, but I could share my love because Omnec, you know, she touched my heart and she brought this love into my life. And since then, I mean, of course, I gave my parents the book and I invited them to lectures and I did everything, but it was not, they are not ready on their soul level. They are not ready to receive this information as a whole, but they are ready to receive my love. And that's more important for them. And so, you know, you have to find out where and how you can share the information.
Yeah, I understand. Actually, I sent this book to my sister. When I finished the book, I just eager to tell her, just order it immediately and read it anytime you want. I just want you to read the book first and you tell me what you think about it.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's a little bit too much, you know. If people would send me a book and tell me, well, read it and so on, I would say, well, you know, if it's not really something that I want to dive into now, but if they tell me about it, then it's something, it's a little easier because it's more personal, you know, then the information goes through you and not through the book. And sometimes we need this. Sometimes we need the direct connection with a person. And of course, as I said, you know, if you are somehow good with technology or something, you can also start create a presentation. I did that too. I did presentations and then I showed them, you know, I shared them with people in lectures. And I helped myself with the presentation because there I had my keywords. I had, you know, this is Onec from Venus, and this is the story, and this is the book, and so on. And they showed pictures. So you can find out for yourself how far do you want to go? Do you want to share this information in Vietnamese? You have all the freedom.
Yeah. So I just want to have one question. I think the last one because we don't have many time.
Okay.
So I used to be, can be any race. Like I used to be white, black, red, and yellow.
Yeah.
Many times.
You mean you?
Yeah. Like one person can be any race, everything.
Yes. Yes, of course. You know, as a soul, this is part of Omnec's teachings. As a soul, we are going through all kinds of experiences. So we can incarnate in all kinds of bodies. We can incarnate in male body, female body, black body, white body, red body, mixed bodies. Right now on
Oh,
this
yeah.
planet, we don't have, we have so many people on Earth who all have, who have a black father and a Chinese mother.
Yeah.
They have, you know, all these kind of, or an Indian father and a white mother, something like that. So we don't have the pure races like they originally came to Earth anymore, probably. I think, I don't know. I mean, in my family, as far as I can look back, there are only white people. I'm not aware of any Asian or Black or Indian genetics, you know, but I'm sure that I have memories of Indian incarnations. And I can also feel a connection to Asian incarnations. To Black, not so much. I don't feel so much connection to Black people. But this can also have to do with, you know, maybe I was Black in many incarnations ago, and maybe that's past, and I don't have so much a connection to that area anymore, you know, not to the Black people. I don't feel attracted to Black men. I'm not interested in Africa. It's really not my thing, but it's not negative. It's like, you know, no, it's just neutral.
For me, I always like Egyptian thing. I like history, and I always think that I was once a Westerner before, because I love English and I love all the food there. I dream that I've been to French before. I mean, I have many reality thoughts. You know, like it sounds unreal, but I think I've been there before. I just believe in it.
I'm sure. You know, especially when we have these memories, or we have love for a certain culture, or we have a good connection to a certain culture. I'm sure that there is a soul memory.
Yeah.
And, you know, with Akashic chronic readings and Akashic record readings and reincarnation therapy and stuff like that, you can find out much, but it's not important anymore, because when you are really in your life is now, and now it's important. This life that you're having now, it's your body, it's your life, and you will receive all information that's important for you. But sometimes it can be interesting to do research or so, but when you say you have memories as white people or French or something, then it's true. Or Egypt, I have the same. I also have a connection to Egyptian culture somehow. I mean, I meant not with Black people, I meant the really Black Africa people. There I don't really feel connected to. It's not my country or my continent, but with others I do feel the connection, or some love, or some, you know. Or you can also have the same with locations. You can find drawn to a certain location and feel like, wow, I have to be there, I have to go there, you know, in this lifetime I have to go to Egypt, or I have to go to Australia. And then there is some information that's important for you in this life. It can be.
Yeah.
Feel connected to some crystal. I don't have none here. Omnec.
Oh, I have crystal too. I like rose quartz and the purple one, the purple color. How they call
Amethyst.
Yeah, amethyst.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I love crystal a lot. I think it's bring energy to us somehow. And then I like to play with them, give them some water in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
They I take care of them. Yeah.
You know, they store information. Crystals store information, and crystals can be so old. So it can be that, you know, maybe hundreds of millions of years ago, or I don't know, 10 incarnations ago, you had a connection to a certain crystal, and then it finds its way back into your life. Or the other way around. When, I mean, I had one crystal, an aquamarine, 20 years ago, and I lost it, and I have no idea where it went. It does not come back.
So you believe in feng shui? Feng shui, you know feng shui in China?
No.
Feng shui mean
Feng shui. Oh, we pronounce it differently.
Yeah. So it's work, right? It's really real.
Yeah. You mean the energy in rooms and everything?
Yeah. When I bring it home, I feel like somehow more lucky, or I feel peaceful, sleep better.
Yes.
It's the real work, right?
Yeah. See. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, does this help you? I hope I could give you information and inspiration, and I could hopefully you continue with diving into this information, into the meditation. And are you going to participate in this Facebook Live this Sunday?
And oh yeah, I would like to join.
It's I don't know about the time, because it's going to be late in Singapore this time.
Yeah, I'll check about it and I'll join, because I have so many free time now this month.
What time is it now? You have 8, right, in the evening?
Yeah, it's 8 p.m.
It's 8 p.m. So it will be then at midnight. No, even later.
It's okay.
But you know, it depends. It's my second Facebook Live this Sunday. And when it turns to be interesting for people, I mean, as long as I can, as it makes fun, and as long as people are interested, I will certainly continue and do it again. And next time, then I would set.
Yeah, please do it again. I really love to watch and listen more, because hearing is very important. I think so.
You know what? I'm the same. I listened to Omnec for so many years. And then all of a sudden I was asked to do the no, I was not even asked. I was really thrown into the position of sitting next to her and doing the translation all of a sudden. And I can tell you, it was too much for me. I was so nervous, and it's the information, it's Omnic's energy, it's the people who were watching me. I was really, I think I needed a bottle of wine afterwards.
No, I think you're doing it very well, because your book, it just connects to people very strongly, especially like me. I read 8 pages and I feel really connect. Every word is so valuable. Thank you so much.
I mean, the content is from Omnec. I'm just the creator of the book.
Yeah, you link up people to the book. You really do.
I link up people. Your English is perfect. It's better than mine, I think. It's really good. Great. Yeah, you have
Thank you so much for sharing me, taking time to talk to me today. I feel so much inspiration, feels love life a lot, feel more positive. And like I have a clear picture about things in life.
Wonderful.
I wish to talk to you again.
You anytime. I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay. See you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
See you.
Tschüss.